thinking that this mask is as dry as it's going to be at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this off. Where's my mind today? I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off and then I'll come back. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me again. If you are new here, then my name is Mariah and I am currently on a journey to conceive rainbow baby number 1 with my husband Jeremy. If you are a returning subscriber, then thank you so much, ladies, for coming back. I really appreciate all of your continued support, all of the prayers you guys send. So today is going to be more of a sit down and chill, just kind of me chit-chatting with you guys so that we can go ahead and wrap up cycle 7. So first things first, I want to go ahead and introduce the sponsor of today's video, which is Teami. Thank you again, Teami, for teaming up with me. Yes, I have teamed up with Teami again because I really do feel like they have some truly just great products. I like that their products are all natural. Last time I tried their 30-day detox blend, which worked amazing for me. If you haven't seen that video, I'm just going to link it above in the cards. And this time I decided that I wanted to go ahead and try something for skincare because, as you can see, my skin is just having a whole array of issues right now. It's the summertime, and because I have particularly oily skin, anytime I get sweat or it gets slightly humid outside or slightly warm, my face goes crazy with the oil. So I wanted to go ahead and try out their detox mask, which has matcha, lemongrass, and clay in it. So yeah, I'm really excited about trying out this mask. Hopefully it will help reduce like some of this inflammation that I have going on this side and around, especially my chin area. And by the way, if you want to purchase any of their products, feel free to use our code, the DEX30, for 30% off your purchase of $49 or more. Ooh, this smells really good. You can definitely smell the lemongrass. This smells like really, really good. It's very much a refreshing, citrusy scent. And yeah, that's going to be great because I've tried some other masks in the past and they stunk like really, really bad. Smells were kind of horrific. So I'm glad that already I'm liking at least the smell of this. And if you guys see me looking off to the side, it's because that's where my mirror is. So cycle 7 wound up ending obviously with me getting my period, which was okay. I was perfectly okay with that. I didn't really feel bad about it. I think I really expected it. And I kind of feel like it's fine because we will get to try again this cycle. Now, something that I didn't do this cycle the last time I got a positive was use pre-seed. We did not use pre-seed this time. No reason in particular, just because we were just kind of going about things very casually. I've gotten 2 positives, 2 cycles in a row using pre-seed. So that could be just a coincidence, or it could mean that it's actually doing what I needed to do. I in particular do not seem to get that egg white cervical mucus, so I think that that is the difference that it makes, at least for me. The day I actually got my period, I went to therapy that day, and it was definitely not my favorite session. To make a long story short, my therapist was asking for a follow-up on what had came out about all the testing and everything like that because she hadn't seen us in about a month. So I told her that basically our testing resulted in absolutely no answers, so we are gonna keep on trying, but there's not much for us in that realm going forward. You know, she was asking kind of how that made me feel, and I told her that like it was disappointing because you want to know why this keeps on happening, and this is something like that's major in our lives. Ultimately, this is a life-altering kind of decision and event that we're to some degree waiting on to happen. And she went ahead and asked me, so what if it never works? What if nothing ever works and it doesn't happen at all? And basically I was pissed. I was just completely pissed off when she even asked that, because I had been in an okay mental space. I was fine with the fact that we didn't get a positive this month, and I felt like I was being really positive about it and to some extent carefree with things, and then she went and asked that, and it just made me angry that she asked that question. I know it's a very realistic question, but just for where I was at in that session, it pissed me off and kind of annoyed me. And I basically told her, like, I don't have an answer for that. I don't know what we're gonna do in the event that it doesn't happen. Like, I don't even want to speak that into existence. Ultimately, I wanted to stay in my positive mind frame that it's going to happen. She basically asked, like, what's your plan B? And the truth is, we don't have a plan B. Like, I need plan A to work. We don't have a plan B ultimately, and I don't think we're gonna. Ooh, I got this in my hair. Okay, I guess my hair is getting a little masked too. Yeah, we don't have a plan B. I really don't see us ever really talking about a plan B or coming up with a plan B, because I don't feel like there is a plan B. Is what it really boils down to. I feel like it's gonna happen eventually. We don't know when. And because we don't know when, that kind of puts certain things on hold for us. But I do feel like it's gonna happen. And I'm frankly not willing to give up on the belief that it's gonna happen. And I don't know. I don't see Jeremy and I leading a life without having children of our own. So I don't really know what that would mean if it was for some off chance to not ever happen. I've also too been getting a lot of people asking me about IVF. We do not have the money for IVF, so IVF is out of the question. It is just not within the realm of our financial reach. Will we ever have the money for it? I don't know. It's a lot of money to invest in something that frankly has no guarantees. The only thing we would be able to afford would be IUI. And the only benefit that I could really foresee IUI having is the sperm washing. But even with that, there's no guarantees, but it would be significantly cheaper. I think it would be under $200 to do an IUI versus I think the $8,000 that it would be to do IVF at the military clinic. So I mean, if someone was to write me a check, or I was to win the lottery, sure, if it came down to it, I might, after some of my other bills are paid off, maybe we would decide to go ahead and do that. But there's a fat chance of us winning the lottery. So I know some people will talk about how there are grants and stuff out there, but I just don't see that really happening, and I don't think that's going to ultimately be the route for us. Okay, so my mask is all applied. So I'm going to continue as I wait for this to fully dry. I can already feel it hardening on my face. It's just really a cooling sensation. There's not really like a tingling. I don't feel like any burning or anything like that. I do have some open like sores from pimples on my face, and those are not even burning or anything like that. So overall, I already feel like this product is pretty gentle, and I do have really sensitive skins. But yeah, back to the TTC talk. We only have plan A, which is to keep trying naturally. I think I will go back to using the pre-seed this cycle. Of course, I'm on all of those supplements. I take a prenatal, ubiquinol, vitamin D3, vitamin C, folic acid, which is, I'm almost at the end. I have like 3 more days worth of folic acid, and then I'm switching over to the now folate. Oh, and my omega-3 as well. So I'm going to continue taking the supplements. We're going to do the pre-seed this cycle. We might try the sperm meets egg plan again. The 2 cycles we did conceive, we did the sperm meets egg plan. 1 cycle we did every other day, as follows the sperm meets egg plan to a T, and then the other cycle we did every day. We baby danced every day. So I'm not sure how that necessarily is going to work out yet, but I definitely know that I would like to go back to using the pre-seed. Yeah, but other than that, I have really just been trying to stay into a positive mental state and frame of mind. It has been a little bit, I guess, difficult at times, and I definitely think this last therapy session left me with a lot to consider and kind of ponder on, because I feel like not only do we not have a plan B, I guess with her asking me about the whole what if it doesn't happen thing, it really just made me feel like, how do you even prepare or plan for essentially giving up on your dream? Like, how do you prepare to essentially bury this dream that you have been going after for X amount of time? And it's not really one of those things where, oh, well, you can put it down and come back to it later. It's like in your lifetime, you really only have a certain window to make these fertility decisions. And I don't know, I guess it really just bothered me because just the thought of Jeremy and I never sharing children together, our own biological children together, I don't know, just the thought of that makes me sad, and it makes me feel disappointed. Like, I wish that it did. I wish I was a person who could just be content with whatever life handed me, but I'm ultimately not. And I am very much the type of person, I go after what I want with everything in me. Typically, I do not stop until I have hit my target and made my mark and obtained whatever it is that I have been pursuing or trying to accomplish. So the whole giving up piece of it is a very foreign concept to me, and I know a lot of people have previously asked me what I would do in the event of X, Y, and Z. We won't know what we're going to do with any of this until we reach whatever point where we need to make another decision. So that's kind of where I'm at with things. And I know too, some people look at me and they're like, oh my gosh, girl, you're in your mid-20s, like it's gonna happen, it's not that big a deal, don't be in a rush, so to speak, or anything like that. I'm only one half of the equation. Jeremy is getting older. We have a almost 16-year age gap, so that does factor into some degree the timeline of things. Another thing that I wanted to go ahead and address, just because I'm just chit-chatting with you guys at this point, on quite a few comments lately, I have been noticing sort of a trend in comments of people comparing. There have been quite a few comments lately that have said, well, have you checked out Tim and Celeste, or Tim and Celeste have found this out, or maybe you should do this because Tim and Celeste did this. We are not Tim and Celeste. We are Jeremy and Mariah. And while there might be similarities in our journeys, there are a lot of factors that go into fertility. I know everyone's trying to be helpful, but there are a lot of differences in our circumstances as well. And I am definitely, for one, not claiming to know everything in regards to their journey. Yes, I have kind of followed them on and off. I know about some of the things that they have struggled with and some of the things that have come up in their journey. But not only do we have different circumstances, they live in a whole nother country where the practices over there do greatly differ from what they are here in the United States. So even some of the treatments that, she's doing are not even available in the United States. So I would kind of appreciate if people would stop doing the whole comparison ordeal between our journey and their journey. I'm thinking that this mask is as dry as it's going to be at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this off. Where's my mind today? I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm back. I got that all rinsed off. It came off pretty easily. It's like it kind of lathers a little bit as you wash it off, which is kind of nice. My face feels good. It's nice and soft. It's no longer oily. It's not dry either, so that's the main thing. Sometimes I use products and my face usually dries up too much, especially right around here in particular. Like this is always oily. This is always a little oily, but my face tends to dry up like right here and right here. And it's actually not. First impressions of this detox mask is I think it works great so far. I'm curious to see if I use it like 1 to 4 days a week, how it's going to help with these inflamed kind of areas and how it's going to help draw out even more toxins. I am going to try it out for a few weeks and then I will do a review on it, because I always like to try products out for a couple weeks so I can get a true feel of how they work over an extended period of time. So be on the lookout for that. Also, I have my appointment for maternal fetal medicine coming up, and obviously I am not pregnant yet, so I will be going ahead and bleaching my hair again, and I'm actually going to do a video on that this time. I get a lot of compliments on just my hair color, and I get asked about what products I use. A lot of times that's on Instagram, but I think I would just go ahead and do a whole video for that. Also, let me know where you guys are at in your own cycles. Are you in your 2-week wait? Did you just get your BFP? I want to hear from you guys. A lot of you already do keep me updated and in the loop with what's going on with you, but I love to hear from you guys, so definitely let me know. That is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a huge thumbs up. And if you are not already subscribed, please do that. Join our crew and come along for the journey. We would love to have you with us. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. I hope you all have an amazing and wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.